AVtv is a product of the AV journalism class produced for the students of Amador Valley High School. The views expressed on the show do not represent the views of AVHS teachers, admin, or PUSD personnel.
Good morning, Dons. Today is Wednesday, November 18th, and I'm Nina.
And I'm Isha.
We're so glad you're watching AVtv today. It's important for us to stay connected, so we're working hard to make sure you know everything that's going on at Amador.
That's right, Nina. So if any of you out there want to send us some feedback, or you have a great idea for a story, please do, and we'll absolutely consider it. Just send us an email at avtv@rocketmail.com.
Now on to the announcements.
Dons, finals will be on December 16th, 17th, and 18th. No further information, such as scheduling, will be announced yet.
Now it's time for today's news brief.
As coronavirus cases surge, studies show that coronavirus can likely be contracted numerous times and that children and teens are not immune.
In the case of many serious illnesses, like chickenpox, you get it once and you never get it again. Unfortunately, studies appear to show that COVID-19 is not one of those illnesses.
According to a recent British study, one important type of coronavirus antibodies can reduce significantly in a span of just a few months. This is important because antibodies are what keep you immune to an ailment after you recover. If these antibodies reduce enough, or if you're exposed to a new strain of virus, you can get that virus again.
For a lot of kids and teenagers, this isn't very concerning. After all, most teens don't think they can get the coronavirus. That is, unfortunately, incorrect.
The American Academy of Pediatrics has stated that children and teens can in fact get coronavirus. Actually, nearly 800,000 children have contracted COVID-19. While death rates among children are similar to the flu, long-term effects are still being researched.
So, Dons, make sure you're staying safe and healthy in these trying times. You know, Isha, I've been wondering how to do my college apps and essays.
Well, Nina, for all senior stresses and concerns you may have, you can head to the counseling website for college help and guidance.
Dons, from October 12th, yearbooks began at the price of $91, but be aware that has now changed.
As of yesterday, yearbooks for this year are now $100 and will continue to be that price until December 30th. Make sure to purchase your yearbook before the new year comes around. Dons, in November, the AVtv crew is putting together a series of segments on honoring some of Amador's staff. Each and every day, teachers work hard for our education.
They make their classes what they are. Just imagine not having a teacher to learn from.
AVtv created a segment to show our gratitude for our teachers.
Let's check it out.
Dons, our teachers have been working so hard over this remote learning period, and we think that they deserve a little bit of appreciation.
Hey teachers, I just wanted to thank you so much for all of your hard work.
Thank you, Amador Valley teachers. We really appreciate you guys and all the hard work you're doing on online school.
Hey teachers, we know that teaching online is hard, but we students are so thankful for you and you're all doing an amazing job.
Hey AV teachers, we love you and are so appreciative of what you do for us.
Dons, make sure to thank your teachers today. This has been Rena Popey with AVtv. Now back to the studio.
Isha, have you been experiencing any tech issues during your classes?
I have. There are so many cases where my Zoom cuts out or I freeze in the middle of talking.
Don't worry, you're not the only one. In this segment, AVtv goes through just that.
Let's check it out.
Ever since online learning first began mid-March, a variety of technical issues have popped up, including spotty internet connections, low bandwidth, and unstable applications. We reached out to a couple of Amador teachers and students to find out how they respond to technical issues.
I've noticed the occasional unstable internet connection, spotty visual streams, sound that doesn't always match the video, freezing up temporarily, stuff like that.
Most tech issues can be attributed to one thing: poor internet connection. With online learning completely reliant on technological ability, students without access to stable internet connections are in a constant struggle with their education.
So sometimes when my Wi-Fi is glitchy, I get kicked out of Zoom meetings, so then I have to get back in, so it's really inconvenient. And then when my teachers have really glitchy Wi-Fi, I can't understand them, so it's really hard to grasp the content.
I think some kids are just shy and it's hard for them to want to have their camera on. But I keep thinking like, well, when we're eventually back in person, no one's going to be able to sit there with a blanket over their head. So people are going to have to get used to being seen by others. But I guess it's very different when your image is right there on the camera for everybody to see. That's just a different experience.
Some students, however, have taken to using online issues as a means to avoid class participation.
I've talked to some people and then they say that they have Wi-Fi problems when they don't, so then they can get out of participation and then they mute themselves and put video off. And sometimes when they do need to participate, they'll just type it into the chat instead.
The current circumstances are, without a doubt, extremely tough and often mentally draining. However, Amador students and faculty are sure to remain hopeful and resilient, no matter the situation.
You know, at the same time, I feel like I'm just grateful that I can teach in a safer environment right now. So I'm trying to roll with it and be flexible and give people the benefit of the doubt and realize that, you know, people will continue to learn as long as we can discuss and view things together and read stuff and have conversations.
This has been an overview on tech issues in online learning with Mia Zuniga, AV journalism staff writer.
Isha, on November 3rd, we voted for some new school board members. Although the future of this school year is uncertain, many students are still curious about what the school board has planned for PUSD.
This next segment will feature all of the school board's plans for this year. Let's check it out.
Hey Dons, 2 weeks ago was Election Day, which means the votes for the PUSD school board candidates have been counted, and we would like to introduce you to your brand new PUSD school board members, starting with Mary Jo Carrion, a recently retired elementary school teacher from Alisal.
My number one priority is keeping students and staff and families safe. So I really want to make sure that whatever plans we implement, they're keeping everybody safe. One of the things that I really want to do is I want to encourage more people to become involved. I want, more students to become involved and more communication. I feel like sometimes decisions are made and everyone's like, well, where did that come from? I had no idea. And so it would be great, especially high schoolers, because high schoolers are very smart, very intelligent, and I think they have an opinion about what's going on.
Now we have a commercial from the Technovation Club.
Let's check it out.
Dons, do you know someone who is stuck having a quarantine birthday? We know it sucks, but for just $5, there's a way that you can make their birthday better by sending them an AVtv birthdaygram. Just send us an email at avtv@rocketmail.com and you can send them a birthdaygram.
All right, that's it for today. Make sure you check back in with us on Friday for some more news, announcements, and profiles.
Thanks for joining us. Our goal is to make sure we keep you connected, so when the world shuts down, we push ahead because news matters.
And remember, Dons, it's always a beautiful day here at Amador.
Yeah, it's a beautiful